Alright, so you guys just heard the sound demo of these two fantastic lap steels. So let's talk about what I was running through. So I was running through my orange 35 RT. I know that is an extremely expensive amp. It's not. I actually gig with this amp, believe it or not. I love the sounds I get out of my 35 RT. It compresses right in the mix. I like this amp. It's what I play on. So I played it on the clean channel, all EQs at noon, splash of reverb. If you heard any distortion in these sound clips, it was going to be the guitar really pushing this amp. Because I had the amp pretty loud, and that's just how I would play it. The other things to note is that I use a really heavy Ernie Ball bar. So I get a lot of sustain. I just kind of like push the bar along the strings. I don't push down, so I need a really heavy bar. So let's talk about the differences in between these two lap steels just right out the gate. So the big thing is volume. The volume of the P90 on the Gretsch is a lot less than the bridge pickup of the Asher. I would say that I haven't actually checked them, but I would imagine the Gretsch is probably like a 5K kind of range, whereas the Asher is probably over 10. That's just how I perceive it to my ears. There's a lot more. The Gretsch has a lot more high ends. It's more of that upper mid kind of push. It's very clear. It has a lot of clarity in a band setting. The other things of note is that the Gretsch is a shorter scale length. It is going to be 22.5. You can really feel that scale length. And so I have to put a lot thicker strings on the Gretsch to get to what I play in, which is open D. And that's what I play on all of my lap steel instruments. I can play in other tunings. I do play in other tunings from time to time, but I find that open D covers all my bases in a way that other tunings just don't. And that's just personally what I demo lap steels in. The string spacing also is really narrow on the Gretsch. It is a lot more comparable to that of like an electric guitar, like a Squier. Probably like a Squier Strat is like what sort of string spacing you're going to get. So that kind of import narrow spacing. Now that can make things difficult if you're trying to use the slide to do really accurate single string stuff. More of like that dobro or resonator style playing. But it also, like, if you're coming from guitar or you're coming from banjo and you just kind of want to dabble in lap steel, the Gretsch makes a lot of sense. So moving over to the Asher, I only demoed the bridge pickup just to kind of keep things fair. It is a longer scale length instrument, so it is 25, and it does have a wider scale length, or a wider string spacing. The string spacing really reminds me of what I would either have on my Weissenborn, which is further down the line, or my Trinity River Resonator, which is sitting over there. So I think if you're coming from square neck resonator guitar, I definitely think the Asher makes a lot more sense for you. The other things of kind of note is it is a two pickup instrument, so you do have a wider range of sounds. So if you're playing a lot of country and blues, which is what I personally play, you will find that it's a lot more versatile in a live setting. Personally, one of my biggest heroes when it comes to slide is like Derek Trucks, and I find it's hard to get his kind of neck pickup SG sound on the Gretsch. Not that you can't, but I find it's more difficult. So comparing the two instruments kind of side by side, I think that if you have the money to go out and buy the Asher Hawaiian Jr., I think you should. Especially if you're a professional musician, especially if you play blues, especially if you're into kind of that style of stuff. If you are just die-hard Hawaiian, Western swing, and you want that specific sound, more of like a classic sound, and you want to play in C6, in a really high tuning, like maybe even E6, I think that the Gretsch probably makes more sense to you. But dollar for dollar, sound for sound, the Asher feels better to me. I personally like the more resonance I get out of the longer strings. I like the wider spacing because I can really get, my giant slide I was talking about, I can really get that in between the strings more easily. It's not that I can't do it on the Gretsch, but I find that, when you're playing live and you're in a dark bar and all you've got is your like wash lighting, sometimes having that little bit of wider spacing can help you not catch the next string whenever you're playing some wild solo with open strings going on. So yeah, those are my thoughts on that. If you have additional thoughts or you want to reach out to me, the best way to get a hold of me is through the comments. If you feel like I missed something or if I got it wrong, feel free to let me know, and I will consider revising my opinion. I'm not above being corrected in these videos. I'm just doing this to help other lap steel musicians, which I'm assuming you are, or you wish to be, if you're visiting my channel, because there's not very many of us, and we don't get all the love and attention that guitar players seem to get with their 1 million high-quality YouTube channels and their constant deluge of gear that just vomits all over the place. So yeah, let me know what you're thinking, and I'll catch you guys around next time.